Man, these pictures just keep getting better and better. This has got to be my favorite one so far. Try not to get distracted while you listen to my voice. Anyways, hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of me answering your questions with funny comebacks and making fun of your spelling, also known as Ask Digital. Alright, let's get on to the first question. First is one from Mega Man 3 dude, who is Twisted Vivid, by the way. His account got destroyed by Disney. He says, do you like fish sticks? If so, then do you like putting fish sticks in your mouth? Yeah, I do like fish sticks. Yeah, I like putting them in my mouth. Wait, you're not trying to say I'm a gay fish, am I? I mean, are you? No. Let me just say, I'm not a gay fish. Kanye West may be, but I'm not. Monday Night Raw Fan 79 says, do you like girls in bikinis? Most people do. So, yes, I do. Like, not everybody does, but I do. Yeah, I do. Sometimes without bikinis, but either way, still good. Nuclear Blazer says, which of the Banjo-Kazooie games do you prefer? Well, it's gotta be a tie between the first one and Banjo-Tooie. I don't know, I probably think Banjo-Tooie is the best one, because that one's just the most, it's probably the biggest one. Sorry, nuts and bolts. It's the most fun. It's just, you can do so much in the game, it's amazing. So probably Banjo-Tooie. By the way, I just want to say that I do like Banjo Grunty's Revenge. That's a good game. Star Wars Saga 111 says, do you have man boobs? Nope, I don't. Next question. Gosh Goner says, what sport are you best at? I don't usually play a lot of sports, actually. I'd say I'm actually kind of good at basketball. I'm kind of good at shooting hoops. And I'm kind of good at baseball, so probably basketball and baseball. I'm good at skiing, too. And I'm not really that good at snowboarding, but I want to learn how to snowboard. Talasan Yanto says, if zombies took over the earth, what is your choice of 5 weapons to use? Let's think about that. I'd use the regular shotgun, because that's good for close combat. You got the sniper, whereas if you're like from a high building surrounded by zombies, you can just snipe them. There's a flamethrower where if it can reach far enough, you can set them all on fire. That would be just awesome. They would set each other on fire. What else? That one gun from Halo where it's like the pink needle, the needler. Yeah, the needler, because that would kill them pretty fast. And the one from Halo 3, not Halo 2, because the one in Halo 3 is actually useful. One more. What else? I guess I'd probably just bring some grenades or something. I don't know. I can't really think of any other guns I would use. Here's another one from Reptile Gamer. And yeah, I'm allowing people to ask one more question. That's why I put in Ask Digital Round 2. He said, I know you said to just ask one question, but I heard you say you need more, so yeah, I guess if you want one, here's one. If you could pick one LP person to go live in a spaceship with for 50 years, who would you pick? To go live in a spaceship with for 50 years. Well, the one I've talked to the most is Dark-Minded Sith. I talked to Durden77 a little bit. Either one of them. I mean, if I brought Durden77, then he'd bring the booze, because he knows where the booze is at. Dark-Minded Sith, on the other hand, I don't know. They're both pretty good. Either one of them. Not quite sure. It's a pretty close tie. Pitswill12 says, how do you feel about Spider-Man movies 1, 2, and 3? And do you want there to be more movies? I think they're making a 4 and 5 back to back this summer, you know. I like the first 2. I kind of like the third one. The third one wasn't terrible, but I think the first 2 were better. I think it's either the first one or the second one that are my favorites. And I don't think they really need to make any more because they've pushed it pretty far. I guess if they could bring some really good villains for the next ones and create a good story for Peter Parker, then yeah, I think they'd be able to make some good new movies. Hackers Galore says, why did you decide to do Let's Plays? Why not stick to reviews? BTW. which stands for, by the way, your Let's Plays are great, but I'm just wondering. The reason I decided to do Let's Plays is because I kind of got bored of doing reviews, to tell you the truth. I like doing them for a while, but it takes less time to make a Let's Play than it does to make a review. It takes more time and more effort to do a review. You gotta think more. And Let's Plays are just more fun to do, to tell you the truth. I'm sure some people might find reviews more entertaining, but I really just like Let's Plays more now. I mean, right when I saw Durden77's Diddy Kong Racing Let's Play, I instantly knew that I wanted to do my own Let's Play. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I started. DarkT769 says, who is your favorite LPer and why? I guess my favorite LPer would have to be Durden77 or Dark Minded Sith or Exits Tyler. Let's see. Durden77's Diddy Kong Racing Let's Play is probably my favorite Let's Play of all time, and his Rayman 2 Let's Play is also really, really great. Those are probably my two favorite Let's Plays of all time, so probably Durden77. It's just a shame that, like, Slowdown's kicking his ass, because I'd really like to see more videos from him. He's pretty much, like, completely screwed right now. He has to go get a new computer, otherwise I don't know if we'll ever see new videos from him. You never know. My other favorites are Dark Minded Sith and Exits Tyler, and Griffin Lobster's videos are good too. Here's another one from Reptile Gamer. Do you like McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's, or DQ, Dairy Queen, or Arby's? Somebody already asked me if I like McDonald's or Burger King, but since you're putting in extra restaurants, I'll answer. Let's see. I like Wendy's. Their burgers are good. And I like Dairy Queen. And I'm not a huge fan of Arby's. They're all good, but I'd say my favorites have probably got to be... God, that's a really hard decision. Probably Dairy Queen and McDonald's. Probably Dairy Queen and McDonald's, because they have really good ice cream. Bratty Games 105 says, have you ever used Microsoft SAM? In case if you didn't know what it is, then it's a text-to-speech voice in Windows 2000 and Windows XP. No, I don't think I've ever used it, sadly. I have Windows Vista. Although I did used to have Windows XP, but I never had it. Mr. Dynex1 says, who's your favorite hero or villain? Since you're giving me a choice to choose hero or villain, I guess I'll just talk about villains. You mean like video game villains or movie villains? I guess I'll just discuss both. Some of my favorite movie villains are the Joker, Dr. Octopus, the bad guy from Spaceballs, Darth Vader, of course, has to be on the list. Who else? There's some good animated villains, like the bad guy from Monsters vs. Aliens was a cool villain. Who else? Jafar from Aladdin. There's some really good villains. It would take me a while to think of them. As for game villains, I like the villains from Paper Mario, like Count Bleck, and I like Bowser. I like Ganondorf. I like God, there are a lot of them. There's some others that I was gonna say. Of course, Grunty from Banjo-Kazooie. She's one of my favorites. No, not the Panther King. The Weasel Scientist from Conker's Bad Fur Day. There are a lot of villains in Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't know. It would take me a while to think of which one's my favorite. Steve the Morrow 1997 says, what is the hardest level in your favorite game, and what is so hard about it? Well, first of all, my favorite game is Conker's Bad Fur Day, and the hardest level is the military level where you have to escape the base. That has got to be one of the hardest moments in video game history. I swear to God, it took me almost 40 times to get past that part. It drove me absolutely insane. Like, having to dodge those teddies to get out of the base, it's completely insane. Like how they all have rocket launchers and they're all shooting at you. It's crazy. That is probably the hardest level in Conker's Bad Fur Day. CyberDragon74 says, what's the hardest Donkey Kong game you've ever played? Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2. Both of those games are extremely hard. It took me a long time to finally get past those dumb oil drum levels in the first Donkey Kong Country. That drove me insane. It's really hard to get past some of those factory levels. It's really hard. And the later levels in Donkey Kong Country 2 are also really hard. Like, they make you just completely just get pissed off at the screen and want to throw your controller, even though I never really did. Those games are really hard. Alright, we got time for one more. I'll make it quick. Jack and Daxter 5 says, what Conker game do you like the least out of Bad Fur Day, Live and Reloaded, or Pocket Tales? Never played Pocket Tales, but I heard it wasn't that good. I guess I have to say Live and Reloaded. I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but compared to the original, it was just not the same, and the multiplayer wasn't as good either. Alright, thanks for watching everybody, and sayonara.